Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. I'm, of course, the Battle Room, and today I'm joined by Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Actually, I'm lying. I'm doing terrible. My favorite basketball team lost, and so I need to get my energy up. I need to get my mood up. So we're gonna watch my favorite Pokemon player of all time play at LAIC. Gabriel Agati versus Théotime Massaut. Well, how are you feeling about this?
Of all time, he's your number one favorite player.
I think so, dude. He's actually he's inspiring to me because I feel like sometimes he disappears.
He
And
does.
then you're like not expecting him to do well, or you just forget that like he's a threat. Then he shows up, instantly cuts, and he's always using some weird shit, dude. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like super crazy, especially as time has gone on. He's trended towards these like more intuitively good and balanced comps, but they always have some weird techs, whether it's like in the EV spreads or just weird move choices, or in this case, running double weather with snow and Politoed. There's a Politoed in this format.
Dude, and in Reg H, really, I'm trying to. I think Politoed has only been used by Wolf, right? Like, genuinely, I
Yeah.
think Wolf is the only person who have top cut a regional with Politoed. And Agati here is in day two of LAIC trying to get top cut with Politoed, which is absolutely crazy. Because Politoed is a Pokemon, too, that, like, I think Pelipper is really strong. Like, I wouldn't say really strong. It's good, though. It's a good Pokemon in this format. And I think almost anyone is going to use Pelipper over Politoed. But Agati said, no, no, no. It's him. He's the play. And I mean, we got to talk about the set. We'll hop into it real quick. His set is crazy. It is so teched out to just slaughter the bears. It's nuts.
Yeah, and at first glance, you can obviously tell both of these teams are very, very similar. And I think Agati just took this team that Sanvi won the regional in Europe with, where Théotime lost in the finals, took this team and tried to edit it. Because right before this event, Sun was doing very well. There was Typhlosion everywhere. And instead of, just like suffering and saying like, I'll figure it out. He swaps the Blood Moon altogether and adds this fucking Whirlpool Politoed with Chilanberry. I don't know how to say it. I had to ask you guys, what does it even do? So for the viewers who might not know, Colin, what does it do? Because I totally remember.
So it cuts normal type moves damage in half. So it's like a resist berry for normal type moves, which I think outside of this format, I don't know if it's ever been worth using, like at all, right? Like I think this is finally the format where both bears are absolutely insane. They're very different too in the way you have to combat them, but they are both weak to water, and Politoed can smack them right in the face with a weather ball. So I think Politoed or the Chilinberry in this specific scenario is kind of sauced, right? And Politoed also has a very, very nice little speed tier. It outspeeds the bears without too much trouble, so it's pretty easy to outspeed them, smack them with a weather ball, and go from there. And at any point, and the beautiful part too, of course, is the Terra Grass. So the bears have two, they run normal moves and ground moves. And the Chilinberry covers for the normal moves, and the Terra Grass, if you need to, can cover for those ground moves. Because like Headlong Rush from the regular Ursaluna Hisuian one is gonna still hurt, but you don't gotta worry because you have Terra Grass, so you don't even have to worry about it. It's such a cool little tech, and I'm very curious to see how Agati's gonna approach this mirror because looking at this matchup, I actually think Politoed does look a little saucy, right? You can change the weather from Ninetales. You can potentially Parasong the enemy setup on the Volcarona, or you can just hit it and force it to Terra with a Weather Ball, or you can trap in the pivots with Whirlpool. Its set looks fantastic here, and I'm hoping we get to see it in the set.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a bit tricky because there is, of course, the Rillaboom on the other side, but
Mm-hmm.
Whirlpool is really, really cool. Not just because it gives you that like residual chip on the opposing Volcarona, which I anticipate this matchup's gonna be a bit of a Volcarona war, or just like a Basculegion, like I'm gonna sacrifice it all on turn one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Whirlpool's really cool with Encore Disabled Ninetales because you get to trap them in. You have that Perish Song option too, but you can also just like Encore Disable them and they're useless. So it doesn't really matter if neither of these Pokemon are doing damage. You can actually bring them together and do some like stupid shenanigans with that trapping and the Encore Disable. It also obviously boosts Bass damage, which is maybe notable. If you do one of those gambits like turn one lead Basque Volk and then figure out, oh, are they gonna QD? Are they gonna switch to Politoed? It is tricky, so I'm curious to see how they both approach it. I don't think we're really gonna have much to say about Théotime's team because it's I think literally the exact same except for the Politoed. But yeah, it's a really solid team. You just kind of set up the Volk and have Basque for that speed ceiling, and the rest of it's really just being bulky and just trying to out position your opponent. Really, win the war of attrition.
Yeah, it really is just a setup team at heart. And then you do have that nuclear option with Basque Legion, but I kind of feel like you mainly just use it as a pin. I think it's a really, really good team, really solid, and I think both these players are incredible players, and it just kind of lets them be incredible. I think a lot of the time in modern Pokemon, that's really what the teams come down to, right? Like, you just pick a team that can, like, let you swag on your opponent. Yeah, it gives you options. We got 2 fake out users. We've got Encore Disable, which can be very, very frustrating and very hard to play against. And then we have this Politoed, right? And like in endgame scenarios too, Perish Trap is always an option. Sometimes you don't need to trap him with the Gothtail if there's only 2 Pokemon remaining, right? Like Parasong is a fun filler move to put in there. And then we've got Théotime's team here, which again is the exact same, but with that Blood Moon with just Yawn and Earth Power. This is like the standard version of this team, and he is one of, if not the best player of this team, right? Like he did lose in finals to Sanvi, which is totally acceptable in a 6-mon mirror. So he's coming back and he's trying to go big in this tournament.
One last ride. There is one more difference. This Incineroar opts for Taunt, kind of saying I don't need the Fire move when I have a Volk on my team. But Agati kept Flare Blitz and didn't use Taunt, which I think is interesting because I think Taunt's really good on this team. It's good into opposing Blood Moon, Amoonguss. So it's interesting to see if that comes up. Agati has like one more thing for that Rillaboom, which maybe will protect Politoed better. Also hits Ninetales, but yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a funky mirror, and I'm curious to see if they have similar plans. Like, are we gonna see the same shit from both of them, or is Agati gonna run wild with that Politoed?
So I will bring up, I have seen this mirror before. I watched it with Alex on the channel, I believe. Yeah, it wasn't with you. But basically, how the mirror played out last time was they both led Volcarona Basque Legion with the Fake Out Brothers in the back. And it was just kind of like, it was really stupid. It came down to a lot of burns and just a lot of, potential speed ties. But let's see if they change it up here. We're going to see Basque Legion Volcarona into Instant Volcarona. So Théotime changing it up this time from a couple weeks ago, and he's trying this lead out, which I think, it kind of makes sense, but still, that Basque Legion is sitting there and he's ready to fucking go, right? Like, he's ready to slam that wave into something.
He's had time to think about it. He's like, I should have been leading Incineroar this whole time, get the fake out pressure, intimidate that Basque, so now you can freely, like, fake out and probably Terra Fairy Quiver. I feel like that's not terrible, just because Volk's not going to take a crazy amount of damage. But I'm not sure. There is the aggressive option from Agati. He didn't bring Politoed. We've seen that. I think you probably just flip turn and Quiver Dance, try and get that Grassy Seed. But Agati has no fear. There's no knockoff happening. In fact, he switches out the Incen. What do you think is coming in here? The Rilla?
Rilla, yeah. I think you're just trying to weaken the Basque as much as possible, right? Like, you get Intimidate, you get Grassy Seed, and you Terra, right? You're doing all these things to weaken this dude so he doesn't mess you up, right? And it's still gonna do like fucking half, man. This Pokemon's so strong. But I think this is pretty good for Agati, right? Like, did he quiver with Volk?
I think he quivered, yeah. And this seems actually really good because, I mean, we'll have to see how much this Wave Crash does. If it does like 30%, it doesn't super matter. But Volk is sitting pretty here, honestly. You got the Grassy Seed for free. And you're +1 taking 0 chip in front of, 2 Mons that don't really want to eat that Heat Wave. I'm feeling pretty good.
That was actually it took it really well. I thought it was going to do a half, but, I mean, now he's chilling. Okay, important thing to note here, the Volcarona speeds can be kind of important because Sanvi himself did run a very, very bulky Volcarona. And he did outspeed.
Very slow, yeah.
Yeah, and he did outspeed Théotime last time we saw them play. So obviously it's a different player, but so we know that he was even bulkier. So it is very curious to like the Volcarona bulk is really just unknown at this point.
Wait, was he faster? I think he was the slower Volk, but the Basque was faster than both Volks.
He was, you're right, because he was Jolly Basque Legion on that team, which is kind of interesting. We don't know where the Basque Legions lie either, because Jolly is definitely a strong consideration. specifically to outspeed enemy. Oh wow, we're just wave
Oh, he
crashing
does.
here. Okay, that's
I don't
actually
mind
really
this at
huge.
all.
Oh, he's quivering again. Ooh, this is actually really saucy.
I just feel like Agati's in the same position as Théotime, but he has
A
full health,
fortitude,
so
yeah.
and Terra available. So I feel like Agati's feeling really good here. Volk is so low, it might go down to Heat Wave, maybe not. Actually, it probably lives, but I don't feel bad about this, man. I think +2 Terra Blast might even KO the opposing Basque Legion.
I'm not sure about that because I'm wondering even if Agati's Basculegion goes down. You know, I'm not really
I think
sure.
it's definitely dead. It's +2. And Basculegion's not the fattest Pokemon in the world.
And we're seeing Agati
I
go
don't mind
with
this.
the safe game plan here, right? He's got the double fake out guys in the back, which at this point, I actually really, really like Agati's spot because, like you mentioned, obviously he's trading HP on the Volcarona, which feels good. But as long as Volcarona goes down, he can kind of clean up with his Basque Legion. He just kind of has more resources, you know? Like, I think the HP is just so big, like, because they both have 2 Quiver Dances, right? Like, he's chilling.
Yeah, I feel like they're in the same spot, but Agati's just like
Yeah,
got full health.
yeah, and they brought the
Um,
same Pokemon, too. We're seeing a perfect mirror.
yeah. The concern is if Incineroar goes down here, and then maybe the. Actually, I don't know. I feel like you're feeling really, really
I
good.
don't think it's possible for Instant to go down here, right? Because he's not going to Wave Crash that slot. I think the fear here would be a Terra Blast and Wave Crash into Volk, but that doesn't happen. And we're going to see a... Oh
And
my
that wouldn't even
gosh.
kill.
That was crazy damage.
So that eats it really well. Heat Wave comes out. Both live. Potential burn, though. No burn. And we see a Wave Crash. I think it's going to do about the same. Yeah, we
Yup.
said that doesn't even last,
And
dude.
there's the
And the
burn.
burn.
So now
Yeah.
he is just straight chilling. Now he's able to just press Terra Blast Fake Out, right? Like, I don't see any doubt. I mean, you could Heat Wave if you think if Rilla's going to come in, but I think you could just fire off the Terra Blast and feel good about yourself.
I mean, I feel almost certain that Instin's gonna come in for that bass slot on Théotime's end, and so I don't feel bad about a Terra Blast at all. But Heat Wave's really safe, and potentially another pivot. I don't know how many turns of Grassy Trainer are left. It's probably the last one, but I feel like Agati's just kind of on autopilot now, and you just, especially with that burn, you don't even have to worry about a crit from it. It's really just a crit from this opposing Volcarona.
I like this switch from Agati too because like obviously he's threatening Fake Out, right? So Volcarona is most likely going to protect. But being able to switch into Rilla feels really good because he covers the enemy Rilla switch with his own Heat Wave, but then he gets to bring in Rilla, so now he's got the faster Fake Out next turn and can just fire another Fake Out into that slot and just deal free damage. It was just such a solid play from Agati, and he's just kind of it's kind of over at this point. I don't know if he can come back from this pin that he just set up here.
Yeah, again, I think it's really if just Théotime can move first and crit. If he crits Agati, he's totally back in
I don't
it.
think he has a chance to crit now because he just gets faked out.
It'll live a fake out. It shouldn't live a Grassy Glide though.
Oh, he goes for the glide. I mean, you can go for the glide. I guess that's acceptable. It's a
I
little
think
scary.
it's like technically risky, but functionally it'll never happen. Like
Right,
he's not gonna
right,
fake out the Rillaboom, and even if he does, you have to get not crit, right?
right.
I think it's not a bad angle at all. And yeah, it's again just a guy to evade this crit and you win the game. He does fake out the Rillaboom. I'm a fucking idiot. Like, sorry guys.
No, like I think faking out Rillaboom is not a bad play because it is like he is so behind that I think he needs to get some sort of like edge, right? Or like some sort of read to try and bring himself back into this. We're gonna see that Terra Blast connect onto the Volcarona though, and that guy's going down. So now I
Yeah.
think you just get to go in instant though, and the Flame Bunny burn from earlier. Like that's the problem with this matchup too, from what I've seen in this mirror, right? Is you need to hit the Volcarona with Basque Legion, but you also really need to not get burned, which is like you can't control that at all.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if there's like an angle where Terrifier Rillaboom is like a valuable piece that can hit this Volk, but with the constant Intimidate pressure and the Grassy Seed, it's probably not even as good. I'm
Yeah.
really not sure, honestly. I think I also really like that Terra Blast from Agati, just so you don't miss Heat Wave in case the worst happens.
Hmm.
And now you're just like so safe with your Incineroar in the back. You just have to hit Heat Wave here. Um, yeah, what can Théotime do moving forward? Is the real question. Maybe bring out that Blood Moon and try to yawn to slow down their progress while setting up your own Volk. Because
But the,
Agati can't match the yawns.
it's true, and I was kind of curious when I watched the mirror play out the first time. I was like, what? Why not Blood Moon, right? I think maybe part of it is just like you do have to commit Terra because you are threatened by Basque Legion, you are threatened by Rillaboom, and I think that feels kind of bad. But at the same time, like I don't know, a yawn might just be worth it to just slow down the Volk, get rid of that Grassy Seed. Like, dude, fuck it, lead Blood Moon plus Rillaboom, force the Grassy Seed out right away, and then force the switch, right? I think it could be an option. Um,
Yeah. Also, Ursaluna's gonna live any hit if you just get
True.
those Pokemon to -1. And maybe that's a valuable enough trade. Just because if they're switching out or if they're taking a sleep, you get to stack those Quiver Dances, and now your Volk has that advantage, which it might just be enough. Being the faster Volk is already such an advantage for Team. But, I mean, I said it so many times. It was the exact same position, but Agati had all his health, and Team had, like, such little. So you can't really just eat those wave crashes. I think he's either going to match the Basque or bring that Blood Moon game 2.
I think he needs to match the Basque, in my opinion. Because like, I think you do need to threaten it, right? Because he did everything he could to weaken the wave crashes, but he did just get to hit two of them, right? Because he wanted that second quiver, which I respect because Agati went for the second quiver too. It is kind of that arms race, right? Like if you get that turn wrong and you don't quiver when they quiver, I think you just fall behind and kind of lose on the spot. It's really important to match that.
Yeah, and we see Agati going for the Heat Wave, just saying, I'm going to hit. If he does, game ends instantly. And if he doesn't, I think there's still a chance. He does switch out the Basque, so... Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Dude, I think it's
Instant's
cooked.
healthy enough.
I think it's cooked though. I mean, maybe Rilla could take this heat wave, but it's not gonna KO back is the problem. And
I
you
don't
can
think
just,
it's going to take this. +2. I guess it could. It's Assault Vest.
it's AV,
And
it's
it looks like
AV.
Agati's really bulky.
I mean, also on the original team, the Ensign actually outsped the
Oh,
Rillaboom.
that
So
ate it. Holy balls.
yeah, the Rillaboom was very very bulky. How much is Woodhammer gonna do? Barely doesn't get there. I
Oh,
mean,
that was actually really close. This is closer than I thought it would be. It is
yeah.
jet range. There's also last respects to just clean the whole game at this point, if Volcarona ever goes down. Yeah, again, crits are the out for Team.
I
He's played
mean,
really well not for the game to end just yet, but actually, I don't think it's jet range.
I think. I mean, it could come down to a Basque. Not even speed tie, just which one's faster, right?
That's true. Just because I keep thinking about the Sandvi match because Sandvi was the one with max speed Incin. I think Team actually runs a lot of bulkier Incin.
Mm.
And the bass speed is unknown here. We don't know if Agati is that jolly like Sandvi. Um, this could be really important. Oh, but he gets the switch. Not protecting the Volk is actually so big there. What is Team going for? Is he just faking out the Volk? No. Okay, that's the game. Agati playing aggressive and ending it. It got a little closer than I thought it would, but
It did.
dude, he knows when to put his foot
But
on the gas.
also, I think Agati was fine because I did forget that the fish was burned on the enemy side. So I think that you were able to live the last respects with Intimidate and
Yeah.
the burn. So I think he was always chilling and he could just lock into. I mean, this turn was really solid from him, but like in the future, he could just lock in the last respects when he came back in. So he's gonna take game one pretty convincingly, and it just kind of felt like he committed to the fish lead and just kind of hoped the mirror would go his way, and he just kept the pressure on the entire time, and his Volcarona looked stronger than the other one, and that's really all it took.
Yeah, he just took advantage of how passive, his opponent was. He was way too passive, and I feel like we're gonna see some aggression game 2.
Mm-hmm.
I know the strength of this team is its control, its ability to just kind of pivot and stick around. But when it's a mirror, you have to gain the advantage as fast as you can. And you see he's relieved. We saw him stretching before the game. He knew this was going to be a bit of a grind fest. He knew it was going to be a long one.
Yeah.
And that's why they both came prepared with their drip. Who is winning? I'm actually lying. They're not. They're both wearing Pokemon shirts.
That's actually not true. Théotime
What do
is
you mean?
wearing a jersey. It's not a Pokemon shirt. He's wearing his team. I
Oh,
think it was Team Peps, I believe. But yeah, he's wearing a
Peps in
jersey. Yeah.
France.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Peps because I saw his Twitter the other day and it looked like Team Pepsi. And Kimo and I thought it was pretty funny, but it's not Team Pepsi. It's Team Peps.
So, do you think that the Peps gets the advantage here in terms of drip, or
I mean,
are
there
you
you go.
just going with Agati's, classic little Pokemon? Is it a World shirt, maybe? Yeah,
It's a
it's the
world
Honolulu
shirt. Yeah.
World shirt.
I'm gonna give it to Théotime here. I kind of like the jersey a little bit. I like the gold and yellowish with the white. I think it's actually one of the better jerseys I've seen from the esports European players.
Yeah, and Agati is my handsome king, but I'm gonna go with Théotime as well for two reasons. One
Okay.
is I do like the color of his glasses. I feel like it complements the shirt and his hair, low key.
Hmm.
The other thing is free Hawaii, right? So fuck Honolulu Worlds, and we've got game two here. Is Agati gonna change it up or what?
I mean, I don't think he really needs to, but he can if he wants to, because I'm kind of thinking that Théotime is just saying, dude, I can't fucking play this mirror, because now at this point, he's lost this mirror on stream 3 times in a row. So I think he's saying, fuck it, I'm leading Basketball Corona, and I'm gonna go hard. And I
I
think if
can't
a
try something different. I just need to lead. He led
no,
Instant Volk again.
and
Same
Agati did the
lead.
same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is pretty respectable from both players. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll have to see.
No, I hate it.
Oh,
Oh, we see the
there,
Politoed.
he's here. He's here, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's
No,
trying
I
to
want
end
it.
the
I want
game.
it so bad, dude.
He's
He's
trying to
not
end the game.
expecting it.
He's not expecting it at all. He's trying to end the game on turn 1. I mean, if that Volcarona, well, I don't think it's necessarily over because he is committing Terra. He's committing the switch, which is fine, but he is gonna have to deal with a Rillaboom and an enemy Basket Legion. So like, it's super worth. Don't get me wrong, but it is gonna be kind of a grind because he's gonna have this Volcarona who just cannot do anything in front of Basket Legion, and he's gonna have to rely on, like, he set up his own rain, and he's gonna have to rely on Terra Blast, a normal type move, to try and get through this. Here we go. Is he gonna
Yeah, I
get him?
don't love the Terra either, just because this. I feel like the opposing Rilla Basque is gonna be insane to deal with, but I'm excited. I
I'm
really want this to
I'm
work
happy to
out.
see the guy. Oh, he's doing the same thing, which I think is acceptable.
Théotime's so scared, dude. You can see it.
Dude, wouldn't you be like? Cause you
Dude, he
know,
can't breathe. He can't breathe, dude. He's like, fuck.
dude, cause this is a choice. Like, it's a choice scarf. Terra Water, adaptability, rain boosted, wave crash.
I'm
Dude.
glad you included the scarf there. But yeah, I think it's down just based on the damage it was doing earlier, did about 40%, but now you got Terra Water and the rain.
Yeah,
Although the adaptability boost is less.
it is.
Um so I think it might just barely live. I'm not sure. But even if this works out, I just feel scared. The lack of instant is kind of concerning for Agati.
Yeah, it is gonna be a little bit weird dealing with the, because now he's got 2 water types just sitting there waiting to get blasted by Rillaboom. So here it comes. It's time. I think he really needs this KO though.
Does
Oh
it
my
get it?
god. Oh
Wow,
my god.
can we do math?
Holy fuck,
Even Tail
dude.
seems like, oh, okay, that's chill.
I thought, dude, he was probably shitting his face like, dude, this is fucked. I just lost. But no, he's chilling. That did negative damage, dude. Okay, I mean,
It
this
didn't
looks,
even look like it did double. What the hell?
dude, I think it did double, but I don't know how he's gonna get through this now. This seems so, yeah, he's just a double switch. He's like, fuck. I think maybe he was counting more on the Incineroar, not switching into Rillaboom.
Switching out.
Yeah, because I think he was just kind of hoping for the lack of the defense boost, but that boost goes hard, right? Like, the multipliers are absurd, or I guess they're not multipliers. The dividers are absurd.
Yeah, I feel like now it's still like Agati hasn't taken any damage, and that's a huge advantage.
True.
The only thing is the opposing Basque seems like a motherfucker. It's gonna live 1 Grassy Glide, probably 2, and Volt can't Terra anymore. So how does he like dance around this opposing fish?
I have no clue how he's gonna deal with this. All right, flame body
Burn, burn.
Oh, and he gets
Oh, he
it,
popped
dude.
off. He
He
popped off.
did, dude. He popped off when he faked out the slot, dude. A guy was like, please fucking fake me out. And he's like, hell yeah, you did it. Get fucked. I mean, now this
This is
looks like
interesting though.
it's actually really interesting because I think he just gets to protect. Like, he is slowly healing. The grassy terrain is going hard. I feel like that's part of the reason why this team is so good and just so annoying, is being able to just have the intimidate, the grassy seed, and the grassy terrain just feels broken. Like, Volcarona truly is like the president here, and they're just protecting it, and that's the whole point of the team.
Yeah, and I really like Agati's play. The Rain is protecting his Rillaboom, and he doesn't want to risk the Flame Body activation from a Fake Out, so he just Wood Hammers the opposing Rillaboom slot. Of course, Instant comes in, it's not too bad, but if Bass came in, that would have been a huge turn, and Théotime goes for the Protect, so, I mean, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think
Free
it was a
Quiver
great
Dance.
turn.
And this is like last time again. They're in the same position pretty much. Just Agati hasn't taken any damage.
And the rain is pouring down. That's the funniest part. Like, Agati's Volcarona is a little bit worse here because you don't have those stab Terra Blasts, and instead you have this shitty normal type move. But yeah, he still has all his HP, right? And that's kind of the most important part. Because that turn, like you mentioned, was really beautiful because he's covering for the only bad thing that can happen, which is Basque Legion coming in. If Instant comes in, he accepts that, and he doesn't really care because he's kind of chilling. He's still fine. Like, he's not getting a KO on this.
Oh,
turn.
U-turn Rilla. I never noticed that either. That's also really big. Something we didn't mention, the burn on the Rillaboom might seem like very useless in this board state, but it allows Agati's Basque to be really, really, really powerful because... Well, Théotime is +2 now, so it should outspeed, but the Grassy Glide's not even close to killing anymore.
Also kind of crazy. Was Heat Wave not like just a little better? I guess you don't want to miss at this point. It did do a lot of damage.
I think Terra Blast is a little bit stronger because it's stab as well and the
true.
single target.
Yeah, the single target's big. Yeah, and at this point, you're accepting that the Volcarona is just gonna die to, like, I don't know, maybe an Aqua Jet or just trying to put... I mean, at this point, you can also just, like, it can't touch the Basque Legion. So you can just come in at any point and smack it with a Rave Crash, and it's just deleted. There's no Terra. There's no Intimidate to save this Volcarona this time.
Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for Agati as this opposing Volcarona is just healing up over time. The lack of Terra means this Volk is doing actually 0-2. And I see him switching. It makes sense because the opposing Basque is really scary. And I think we're just going to see that Politoed eat a blast.
Yeah, and
It's going to take a lot, too.
I think Politoed is totally acceptable as the sacrificial lamb here, right? I think the other Pokemon are just way more useful.
Sacrificial Frog.
Yeah, it's time for him to go. I mean, it's probably just going to do half, right?
60% at least, dude. It's +2.
Dude, Volcarona's crazy. Alright, he's firing back with his own Terra Blast. Okay.
0 damage, and we're going to see a parting shot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's looking rough, man.
It's looking rough. I mean, like, as you're whittling the Volcarona down, I mean, this is just a free Basque now. Now it's finally time, because then Agati is going to be forced to make something take a Wave Crash. Here he comes.
Gabriel is here.
The rain stops. Okay. That means Heat Waves are on the
I don't
table
think it
once again.
matters.
I think it's good for... I mean, it's not a big deal for Agati, but I think it's just nice to have the Heat Wave on the table for Théotime here, right? Like, as an option. I think you are just going to press Terra Blast here, but I think it's just... Is it not just Terra Blast Wave Crash? Like, I don't know how Agati's supposed to stop that. He has to get a burn.
Yeah, I don't see it going well either. Like, Heat Wave burn fishing is probably the best you can do. And I think I don't know if the +1's going to save you here from the Wave Crash. I think it might just barely KO or barely not KO. But, yeah, I think you're trying to go for the Heat Wave burn bad on both Pokemon, honestly. Or crit, you'll take it.
If you get the burn on Basque Legion, maybe you've got a shot, right?
Well, and we do see the Heat Wave on Théotime's side, too. So that's definitely going to put it in Wave Crash range. See the Heat Wave come out, does decent damage, burn, no burn. Flip turn on the Politoed is just crazy. There was no need for all that, sir.
He was like hard reading. I don't know.
That's why he shook his head, bro.
Yeah, dude, he's choking this game too, cause now he's locked into flip turn. I mean, like, he's still gonna kill Volcarona. I mean, it's at +1. Maybe you don't kill Volcarona. I guess you might have
After
to...
Heat Wave, I think so, it will.
But that means Politoed's living. I don't think he can get 2 KOs now. I think Politoed is freely allowed to just attack. I think you just throw in a... I think you just throw a Whirlpool.
I
And
think you do really get away with this Heat Wave Whirlpool.
it's so
This
nice.
is it was such a blunder, man.
Because Heatwave
I'm
Whirlpool
not
should
over
like.
this.
Because if Heatwave picks up on when he's gonna miss,
The
he
Dodger.
misses
Volk.
Volk. Oh, he's pissed.
Dude,
He
he's
misses
pissed.
Politoed.
No,
Dude, I like Agati gave a little like fist. He's like, fuck yeah. And now, oh my god. And now he's just gonna flip turn. And honestly, at this point in the game, Whirlpool is looking so nice because that just means one of the Pokemon that it goes into are just gonna be taking damage. But more importantly, they also can't switch. And the Flame Body.
Dude, okay, I feel for him, but that shit did not matter. And the first two was kind of deserved because you fucked up so bad, dog. Like, you just had to wave crash the Volk, right? Théotime is an amazing player, and that's why I am so surprised that he got into this position. The luck was
Yeah.
atrocious after he fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like kind of like, I mean, like when I practice and something like that happens, I'm like, dude, I deserve that. That was karmic justice, you know? Like, sometimes you messed up so bad that you deserve to lose. I mean, not that he really deserved to lose, not to lose in that way, because that was brutal, but still. Now Instant comes in, and this is what the fattest Whirlpool you've ever seen, dude. This is about to go nuts.
Yeah, that heat wave miss on the Volk truly was so bad, though. I feel like the Rillaboom could have done something.
Yeah.
But if he got burned at the best too, I forgot the Rillaboom was burned. This actually is just really, really cooked. Agati getting a lot of luck his way, but I think it's possibly because he brought Politoed, and
Yeah.
I think people are just happy that he's here.
I mean, I think the flip turn lock-in truly was the end, because like even if he didn't, like he just lost out on 2 KOs. I think you were just supposed to send it, you know, like because nothing could take the wave crash, right? Like you had set up so hard for this, but now he can't do anything. The Instant can't switch. He just gets to double protect. This is actually so funny. I mean, okay.
That side parting.
Oh, he could side parting. Could be big. I mean, I don't know if you get much out of side parting at this point. I think that the grassy train
I think it's
coming
really
up
good.
You think you can have a chance to come back here?
Okay, he's popping off. I think it puts it into jet range. The problem is obviously that both Pokemon are burned, so it might not matter too much. He definitely did side parting.
Yeah, he got
There
it.
you go.
He got it.
Bass
I mean-
comes in, both are burned, so I'm thinking it's not enough. Kind of wolf style, it wasn't enough.
Because I do think, yeah, now you have the fake out, you have the jet, but at this point, Agati could even just switch it out. Like, you don't even really care. You can just double switch here. Well, maybe not double switch. You don't want to risk SU Legion taking any damage. I think you
Yeah, no, I think you just Whirlpool and just Heat Wave.
just double attack. I was thinking you could switch Volk. I don't know if it's really worth it, though.
I don't think it super matters. I think, I guess it might if you don't want to get like down 2-3. But if you're able to get a Whirlpool or a Heat Wave off, and one of your Pokemon lives, you just win the game. I guess there is the fear that you could lose both. So maybe it's kind of tricky, man. Which one would you want to switch in though? Maybe Heat Wave Protect.
I think it's well,
Oh,
you
you
can't
just
protect. You double protected both. That's the problem. I think you switch to Rilla and just maybe throw a Whirlpool, or even a Perish. Like I don't even.
No,
think
I
a
like
Perish
the way Agati's doing it.
Which way did he do
Because
it?
you are faster. I don't think Jet's gonna KO. You get the free chip, and then this way you get your Fake Out and Bask together,
True. Okay.
and potential rain. See the
You get
Fake
the
Out go into
Fake Out.
Volk. Okay.
I think a flip turn would be the best option here. He last respects the Volk. It's down. Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, I think it's still in Grassy Glide range.
It definitely is in Grassy Glide range. It
And then you
can
can
switch.
just you can Grassy Glide and flip turn that slot maybe. Or do you just wave crash?
It's getting a little dicey. It's getting a little because
Oh, it's no water. No water. Should be fine.
if honestly, this game is kind. I mean, obviously there was that brutal double heat wave miss into the burn, but like even if the Rilla didn't get burned by Flame Body earlier in the game, I
It'd be
think
so much closer.
yeah, I think he could just go nuts with it. Like I think that Rillaboom would have been a huge issue. Yeah, fake out wave crash. Okay, we're just saying we're faster. I mean, I guess he isn't burned. It's only a base 100 last respects, so I guess you do get to freely just press wave crash and fake out.
That's crazy. I feel like you could glide. I feel like it's not that serious. Like, Agati's like, I don't want to even bank on damage calcs. I'm just gonna wave crash you, dude. Everything's burned, so it doesn't really matter. Survives. You get the wave crash off with the Terra water boost. Théotime should be down here.
Yep,
Ensign comes in. Yeah.
and I think you just, I mean, how do you lock this up 100%? Because now you could get fake
U-turn
out
really
whenever.
nice
Oh,
too, because you win
U-turn.
the war as well.
Yeah, I think you just press wave crash U-turn then. I feel like that's pretty good. But then you have Politoed Rilla
You can
versus
even just
Ensign.
switch to Ensign. U-turn.
You mean switch to Politoed?
Oh fuck! Right, Politoed.
Yeah, Politoed's the guy in the back. Because I think the only play he has is to fake out Woodhammer, right? Like, am I crazy?
Yeah. Then again, I think the puzzle here is how does Agati lose?
I think, yeah, he just needs to make sure he's not losing. And I am a little bit worried about, like, just staying in with this
The
guy.
the speed tiers are maybe potentially interesting, but if you U-turn the like algorithmic here, right, and just wave crash Ensign, and then Politoed comes in,
hmm
do
I'm
you
worried
just
that's
win?
not enough. I'm worried that's not enough. I'm worried that you need the basket.
Fake out with a fake out weather ball into the Ensign. If you're faster, you just win. But maybe he's not faster.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Because I think it's fake out Woodhammer. But maybe that's enough damage with the recoil, with the burn. Maybe he's just going to live.
And he's faster. See, that did so much. I feel like you're fine.
And now he's freaking out again, dude. He's putting his head, his
Is
face
he
in his
crying or
palm.
praying?
He's so upset, dude. Something went horribly wrong here, but I don't know what it could be.
No, I think he's just upset that
Oh, he hit
what?
Politoed. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Oh,
Like,
oh my God.
because Agati's
Yeah,
faster, he was anticipating
a
the
U-turn,
play that I was suggesting,
the
which is a
switch and
U-turning.
U-turn. That would have been
Yeah.
so fucking awesome. That would have won. I think that would have won.
Yeah, but there's no reason not to, just because especially if you know that Politoed is faster than Incineroar,
Yeah,
um,
true. You
you
could
could
just
just
do
do
that.
this every time and win the game, because again, the burn is so huge.
Yeah, now he just gets to fake a
Like
wave
that wave
crash,
crash, game's
U-turn.
over.
Yeah, and he's gonna play it out. Yeah, wow. He actually really did almost get there. He really did almost bring it back. Honestly, like, shout
Well,
outs to him for playing as well as he did.
yeah, but like to be honest, Agati's mode is really bad. I think, to be honest, like I feel
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
Théotime should have won. He messed up and then got incredibly unlucky, and Agati played exactly how he needed to clean this out. But I feel like he had some really big blunders there, and both games were really close. Obviously, he couldn't close out either of them, but it just goes to show you that these teams and this format in general is really really difficult, and you have to be super precise.
I know, and I'm so happy we're almost done. We have one more regional this next weekend to cover and talk about, and then we're free, and it's Reg F time. Which, I mean, I
Next
don't
format's
know.
worse.
Yeah, it's a little worse. We'll have to see. I'm not optimistic
No, we'll
about
do
it.
better though. We'll make it fun. We're gonna bring some crazy shit. Be on the lookout for what is it? I don't Grafii maybe Grafii offense.
I would have never thought you would have pulled that Pokemon as a Pokemon you're talking
I
about.
was trying to think of a one that you didn't think I knew.
I didn't think you knew that one. I genuinely didn't think you knew that one. But either way, thank you for joining me. And it was a fun set to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.